Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Crazy Cube Dude here. Haven't done this video in ever. This is the first. This is a first for this channel, but something I've wanted to do for many years now. Not original by any means, but hey, why not add my own slice to the internet? That's what YouTube's all about. And I'm not doing this alone. I have well, who else would I bring to do this with me? Introduce yourself.
Hey, it's me, Kyle, aka Navy Blue Gamer.
Yeah.
Hello. I'm doing this thing with him.
Yes, he's doing a thing with me. I asked him to do this. So we're just going to be talking about, as the title says, just our pre-E3 thoughts and predictions. We don't have a whole lot to say as far as the entire event goes, especially because, to be honest, I'm not sure what 100% of these are supposed to be. Such as well, something that's interesting is that, quick note is that, Sega, while we were told they will be at E3, they actually aren't having a full-on press concert event like we thought. The schedule was recently released, and it's Sega, I believe it was Sega actually replied saying that they will be at the PC gaming show, the PC gaming show, part of that on Sunday, which matches when they were supposed to, make their appearance. But as far as a lot of these games, like Verizon has a bit for some reason, Take-Two interactive panel, that'll be interesting. But some of these, like the Venom, I've never heard of. What is that? VENN. Yeah, I've never heard of these guys. Razer makes an appearance. But a lot of these, like Capcom, they've never had a show like to themselves or anything like that. And it's, of course, not a huge press event like, say, Xbox or Sony, which actually is absent. But that doesn't mean we won't be getting Sony games. You know what I mean?
I'm going to jump in for a moment because you mentioned Ven. Ven is a network for esports and gaming.
Oh, for God's sake.
So.
Well, let's hope that they keep that all to the Ven side of things, and we don't have to hear about it at Microsoft's event or Ubisoft or anything like that. Let's hope. But that it remains to be seen. Are there any games that you can really think of? We're not really like Last of Us type of people, so
Well, I'm mainly a Nintendo guy, so like
yeah.
My purpose of the video isn't until we actually talk about that.
But, fair enough. I will say though that this isn't just because I've been playing BioShock recently for my channel, but a new BioShock game has been in the works for a while. So thank you, motorcycle or car, whatever that is outside. I really hope you can't hear that. But there might be a new BioShock game released. It could be the Half-Life 3 of this year. Who knows? But something I'm actually looking forward to personally, and you might have some interest in as well, due to it being a fighting game. It may not be Smash Bros., which, by the way, I do have something to say when we get to that. If this is true, this could be really funny. I'm not holding my breath, but it could be really funny. But during the Warner Brothers, Warner Brothers. But during the Warner Brothers show, they've got a little studio down there called NetherRealm Studios, which, as we know, did the Injustice and Mortal Kombat series as of the past decade. And it's been rumored that they're working on a Marvel versus DC fighting game. So that could be really interesting. And this would definitely be the place to show that. As far as Ubisoft goes, I actually don't know what they've been working on recently. Square Enix, we know that. I really hope that they're not just the Final Fantasy, the trailer. Give us more than you're more than just that, Square.
Well, considering that's from 12:15 to 2, I'm sure they're going to show us more than that.
Yeah. Yeah, but I am a little nervous because, this is just me personally. I don't want to see any Life is Strange, but we're probably gonna get something like that. As long as they don't spend too much time on it, because they spent like 20 minutes on it one year, and I was like, why? But that's just me. One more thing. I have no idea. The final show of Sunday, the Future Game Show, I have no idea what that's supposed to be. Like, what could you have been any more bland with that?
It's like, here's a list of some of the future games. Yeah, isn't that the point of E3?
Yeah, exactly. I didn't really mention Gearbox. That's because I don't remember what they've been working on. I know someone would correct me. Something that actually makes me a little intrigued is the Take-Two interactive panel. I'm really interested in that. Capcom, of course, they're probably going to show us. I don't think they're going to show us anything Street Fighter 6. They might. But who knows? That remains to be seen. Let's see. Bandai Namco, they have a few things they could show us, which that could be interesting. Hoping to see Mega Man somewhere in here. Hope probably from Capcom's side, obviously. Maybe something from Mega Man X, because we got Mega Man 11 a couple years ago, if you remember. So having a brand new Mega Man X title, since we got the Legacy Collection, all of that's covered, a brand new X title would be really, really nice. Don't forget about X. Despite the history of that series. But if my brain is blanking on a number of games I could probably mention that I care about, but let's go ahead and talk about our boy here. What do you think Nintendo is going to show us what do you personally think that they're going to show us? Not pipe dreams necessarily, but what do you think, if you were planning this, if you were Nintendo and you know what you have, what would you show?
Okay, so I'm gonna get this out of the way here. I would be surprised if they didn't reveal the next Smash Bros. Fighter. I would be very surprised if they didn't.
No. Well, of course, everyone knows that they're going to reveal the next Smash Bros. Character, but it's so funny that you mention that because it's the rumor recently. This has been a rumor for like the past 2 years, but there have been a quote-unquote leaks or by the legal team or something like that the new DLC fighter could be the Doom Slayer from the Doom games. And it would not be out of place at all because Doom has been on Nintendo since the beginning.
That is fair.
At least since Doom 64.
I can't really give it flack for like the mature stuff because of Bayonetta.
I was gonna say, not even Bayonetta. I completely forgot about Bayonetta. I was gonna say, if Snake can be in this game, why can't Doom Slayer? Come on.
But
and especially with Doom Eternal, there are so like that. There are so many options for his moveset. It's not even funny. With the Flame Belch, grenades, and Ice Bomb alone, so many. That's special moves, grab moves, you name it. Please give him the meat hook as his grab. That is gifted to you. That is asking for it. Come on, guys. That's kind of a somewhat of a pipe dream for me, but we'll get to my actual pipe dream here in a minute. I know you're a Legend of Zelda fan, for one. What do you think they're going to show Legend of Zelda-wise? Because I have my own thoughts.
Okay, so considering that we're pretty close to the Skyward Sword release, Skyward Sword has already been released before, so I don't expect them to show too much of it, but to then be like, hey, we're still working on it. It's going to be out in regular time. I do hope that they show off at least a little bit with the Breath of the Wild 2, mainly because they said that they were working on it from the last Nintendo Direct, and they just haven't shown anything.
Yeah, my thoughts exactly. Actually, I think that same with actually goes for Sonic, which I can talk about him myself, but well, basically my thoughts, I've already covered my thoughts on Sonic, but same goes for Breath of the Wild 2 here. We have more to show, but it will be later. We don't have anything right now, but we will be showing something later. They both said that in their own respective directs, and I think E3 is obviously the place to do it. So I'm hoping we get some Breath of the Wild 2. I agree with you on that. And definitely I'd like to see more Skyward Sword gameplay, because I'm sold on that already. I missed out on that game for the most part when it came out on the Wii U. So I'm really excited. Thank you. That just goes to show how much my memory is fudged with that game. But yeah, I didn't get to experience it completely myself. I touched it like once or twice around release. And that's really it. So I've heard that it was, well, I mean, it's not uncommon for a Legend of Zelda game to be divisive, but that game more so than I think any of the others in the franchise.
Okay, so we got to talk about it.
We got to talk about it.
What are your thoughts on Metroid being shown off in E3?
Okay, so Pipe Dream. There have been some. I'm not usually one to follow a rumor or anything, because I'm usually like, I don't want to get my hopes up. And if they do release it, awesome. That means they were right. But if they don't, then I mean, I never got my hopes up. So cool. But with recent years, actually, I've noticed that about a little more than half the time, usually about 75% of the time, especially if you see it repeatedly, any leaks or rumors or anything you see are usually more than true, which is why I'm still optimistic but slightly nervous about Sonic Rangers, supposedly, because not because of the gameplay that's being described and whatnot. I would 100% be down for that if they implement it correctly. But why is the title Sonic Rangers? I mean, I hope that it would tie in very well to the game, but it kind of weird. But Metroid. So there have been some recent rumors and leaks, quote unquote, and the reason I've been following these is because, like I said, they've been more than correct most of the time, and it's pretty interesting to that just the information. But there's a 2D Metroid, a brand new 2D Metroid that Mercury Steam has been working on. I think if I'm remembering that rumor correctly, there's a 2D Metroid that they should be showing off, and I hope, obviously, that they show off something for Prime 4, and possibly even a Prime trilogy. I mean, the Switch is asking for it. The Switch is begging for it. The Switch was begging for a Pikmin release, and we got that. It's gotten most of the ports from the Wii and the Wii U era. We're still working on it, obviously, with Skyward Sword. So I think it's time, if you're going to give us a Metroid Prime 4 and a new 2D Metroid, why not give us hell, even release a Zero Mission and Fusion on the eShop and give us along with your 2D Metroid Prime 4 and Prime Trilogy. Give us the Metroid series on Switch and we will love you forever. Like, come on, Nintendo. As always, you're sitting on a pile of money. Oh
goodness, I was just yawning there.
As far as Mario goes, do you have any thoughts? Because I don't really know what they could give us Mario-wise.
There's not really anything that we've heard about, like, the workings of Mario.
Possibly Mario Kart 9 also. That was part of the rumor mill and leaks and whatnot.
Yeah, it's hard to say what we'll get in terms of that. I will say that it'll have been almost 4 years since we got a completely new Mario release. And I'm not talking about like Bowser's Fury, where it was attached to 3D World.
Right.
I'm talking like a completely new Mario game.
Yeah, Odyssey. Since Odyssey.
So,
And what was the gap from Odyssey to, 3D World was technically his last 3D adventure, console mainline 3D adventure, and that was launch of the Wii U almost, wasn't it? Close to.
I'm sorry, what?
The last 3D Mario game before Odyssey was 3D World, yes?
I think so.
I'm pretty sure on that. I don't remember anything else.
Well, we can keep talking about stuff. I'm gonna.
Yeah. But oh geez, train of thought. Oh, and before that, I don't even remember what it was. I think that was the only one on Wii U, and I think Galaxy 2 was the one before that, and that was in 2012, I think. So it's like.
What about a 3D Land?
Or wait, no, what? Not 3D. That's what I said. 3D Land.
It's a Galaxy 2, and then 3D Land was for the 3DS.
3D. That's why I said 3D World.
Yeah, 3D World was for the Wii U initially.
Yeah.
And then there's 3D Land before 3D World. You didn't say 3D Land.
Okay, well, 3D Land was. I said 3D Land was on the DS. I was counting, 3D console, console games, which is weird.
But in any case, there's 2013 for 3D World to 2017 for Odyssey.
And then what was Galaxy 2 to 3D World? Because it wasn't. I don't think it was 2012.
And then Galaxy 2 to 3D World was 3 years. It was back in 2010.
2010. Okay, I was off by 2 years for some reason. I don't know why I remembered that wrong. So wow. I guess it has been a while since Odyssey, but I don't know. Honestly, I'm nervous about what they could show or give us anything new Mario content-wise. Obviously, they might give us something more on Legends Arceus, as well as more footage of the Shining Diamond or Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl remakes, Pokemon-wise, but I don't think they'll have too much to show us there. Something that I'm personally hoping for that they show is more Splatoon 3 footage. We
got teased of that.
We got teased of that so hard, and I lost my shit collectively. But what I want to see, honestly, is I want to see the new mechanics, whatever they've come up with, because I know that there were quite a few new things brought in Splatoon 2 that were not in 1, and that's what's intrigued me most about Splatoon 2, which I still have not ever played. So I want to dive headfirst into Splatoon 3 as much as I possibly can. So I know the basics of Splatoon. I want to know what this game is gonna bring. That's move wise and mechanics and whatnot.
Right.
Nintendo is usually pretty tight-lipped about new projects, so outside of what they've already shown that they're working on and releasing, I'm not quite sure what to comment on.
It's hard to really say about like speculation,
right,
when it comes to Nintendo. Just like you said, because outside of what we have been shown by Nintendo, we don't know anything.
Yeah, exactly.
So if there's something about a game title they've never shown us, we have no way of knowing. Outside of potential leaks, which I don't follow,
right?
Just simply because
I don't follow.
Correct, but many of them have been wrong. So
I don't follow them either, because, like I said, how long have we have the rumor that Doomslayer is going to be in Smash? How long has Half-Life 3 been confirmed? I rest my case. The meme is the meme for a reason.
I'm the follower of a different character meme, not Waluigi, but actually Gino. But I'm less hopeful about Gino than I used to be because Sephiroth.
Right. But Okay. As far as final predictions go, what do you think could be the new Smash character? I mean, it's up for grabs at this point because of franchise anything.
Oh goodness! If Steve's in the game, anything goes at this point.
Yeah,
let's put it that way.
Which is again why I'm not 100% excluding the Doomslayer. I'm like, it's possible.
Oh man. I wouldn't even know where to start, to be honest with you.
Oh, well, just to get it on the board, by the way, before we talk about Smash characters, just get on the board, maybe a new Kirby or Star Fox game, just to get it on the board. Hey, you Kirby Star Fox fans, I got your back.
Well, for Kirby, I don't remember when Star Allies came out, but we at least have a Kirby title on the
yeah,
Switch.
Fair enough.
Star Fox does not, and if you've seen how Star Fox Zero went, you can understand why.
I mean, yeah, I know, but Star Fox Zero at least tried. Tried. I can give it credit for trying.
If we were to bring back a series that hasn't been around for a while, personally, I'd love to see Kid Icarus. But
Kid Icarus? Oh, yeah. I'm not even the biggest Kid Icarus fan, but I mean, Kid Icarus Uprising did amazingly well. I think
it's an awesome game.
So yeah, it is an awesome game. So why Nintendo is still sleeping on this character is beyond me. The only reason
they gotta wait 25 years so that they can revive. Well, I should probably not say that to avoid spoilers.
Oh, gotcha.
To those who play the game, they know what I'm talking about.
I don't know. They might.
Since we've kind of been on like the remake frenzy, if they were to show off any like new remakes or remasters,
unfortunately,
please let it be an early Paper Mario title.
Oh yes, that's an idea. That's like I guess that's your pipe dream, huh?
Yeah, that's my pipe dreams. An early Paper Mario, even just a remaster, I'd be cool with.
That would be honestly. As someone who has become more of a fan of the Paper Mario franchise as a whole, more specifically the first three trilogy, or the Super Paper Mario is kind of in there, but I was always a fan of that one. That was my favorite title of all the games, of course, and I have not touched or seen anything after that, because I know the reputation of at least two of those titles. But some games that we hoped we would get remakes of or remasters of, we simply won't because their quote-unquote remaster came in a collection. I'm looking at you, Sunshine. But we can always hope for another... oh, wait, no, we got Wind Waker HD, but again, that was on...
Well, that's on the Wii U, so...
Exactly. So slowly, I guess, we're now starting with Skyward Sword, which arguably... needed the re-release the most. I think you can agree with me on that.
As far as the 3D Zelda titles go, yeah.
Exactly. As far as the 3D Zelda titles go, that was the one that needed the re-release the most. Because Twilight Princess is on the eShop, right?
Twilight Princess is actually HD on the Wii U.
Okay, well, it's on the Wii U. Again, they're trying to get everything from the Wii and Wii U library on the Switch. And subsequently any other. By the way, okay, so let's talk about this elephant in the room real quick. Do you think that we get any Switch Pro, new Switch, whatever they call it, news?
I'm doubtful because Nintendo's released a statement where they're basically going to be focusing on software stuff.
Yeah.
So that's not to say that they won't talk about any sort of hardware at all, but if they do bring it up, it's probably just to be like, hey, by the way, we're working on it.
Well, the only reason that they've realized, and I'm glad that they've realized this in the past couple years, that the Switch is 100% their bread and butter. It's one of the best-selling consoles in history, and the only thing that's holding it back is the tech. It's not 100. As much as I love the damn thing, it's not 100% up to par with even the other two consoles. So if they and that's always been a point on the Switch. It's just Nintendo consoles period for the past couple decades. But the that's been a stick against the Switch since the beginning, and I think Nintendo's been trying to work on it. So that's the only reason why they would want to make a quote unquote new Switch or higher the Pro Switch, whatever it's called. And even if it's to compete or be the after 6-7 years, and we're getting the PlayStation 6 and the Xbox, whatever the hell they call it.
Xbox Series Y.
Xbox Series Y, Jesus Christ, no. For fuck's sake.
No, what I was going to say before you admittedly cut me off.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Was if they are going to talk about any sort of Switch Pro stuff or anything like that, they'll likely do it in mentioning and say that they'll have more news about it at a different day.
Yeah.
Just to let us know, be like, hey, this is something we're working on. We're not talking about it here because the focus is software.
Right. Yeah. I'm pretty sure they're gonna show off more. More. More 7th console stuff that they're porting to Switch and whatnot. More titles.
They're probably also going to mention more indie titles that they're putting onto the eShop.
Of course.
Because that's kind of the thing that they do.
Indie titles, gotta love the indies. That's how we get a lot of my favorite titles have become indie titles, actually. But, well, you know what I meant.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah. But I think that's all we have to say.
We're going to talk about Smash characters we think might be the next Smash character.
Yeah.
I guess that's not the scope of this discussion, though, so we can leave that.
Well, I mean, like we said, it's pretty much up in the air.
It's pretty open-ended at this point. Like, if it's a video game character, at this point, it's possible.
Well, one of my pipe dream Smash characters is most likely not going to happen. It will most likely never happen just due to the companies or someone not talking with somebody on some Disney end here, some end here. It's Sora. I'm hoping for Sora, but it's most likely never going to happen. So that's my Smash pipe dream as well as Doomslayer, but that's just me. By the way,
and then for me, like I said, Geno, but of course I'm less hopeful than I used to be because of Sephiroth.
Right. I will say, if we do get Doomslayer in Smash, I will master him immediately. And Kyle, I will send you down and to the depths of hell and tell you to go play Doom.
Well, with the idea that I have for a video series, if Doomslayer really does come out, I will have to eventually. I think you know what I'm talking about because I talked to you about this before. I'm gonna
yes, you did.
I'm gonna keep it on the down low for now.
Which actually inspired me to do something similar. Something very, very, very similar before I cover a certain game. But I'll talk to you about that later. Anyway. I think that's all we have to say for this little video here. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, it's always fun to have some gamer discussions out here, even if it only gets like 5 views. Put our views out there, our own little slice of peace of mind out there on the internet. But yeah, I can't wait for this year's E3. Unfortunately, I will try and cover as much as I can, given my situation. But I will be traveling during some of E3. So I will try and get as much coverage on my channel as I possibly can. I don't know if you plan to do anything. You haven't said anything, so I don't think so. But
I
if I
don't
have
plan
any,
to, mainly because a lot of the schedule I'm going to be at work for,
fair enough.
so it's going to be hard for me to cover it live.
Right.
Which, considering Twitch and all, I would want to. So it's mainly just like I'll keep up with it as I can, and then if I have any thoughts about it, I'll post a video about it.
Right. Okay.
I do still want to do a reaction video for the Nintendo event though.
Of course. And if you'd like to join me for a post discussion for anything that we see, more than welcome to, because I'm pretty sure I'll be doing one.
And that video will be a lot longer because there's a lot of games to talk about.
Oh yeah, there'll be a lot of stuff to talk about. But that'll be for the future. So thank y'all for watching, and we'll see y'all for post E3 content. Let's have a great E3, everybody. Woo!
Right, and I had to wake up early for this, so I'm going to sleep now.
You do that. I'm gonna go prep for work because I work in an hour.